You and Q Bozzolini
Right.
released a song.
That's my dog. Shout out the crew.
Yes, sir. Y'all released a song, Mamas Don't Let Your Babies.
Grow up to be rappers.
Uh,
In the school to be doctors and
if your
lawyers and
son
special
comes to you and say,
operations.
hey, Pops, I'm about to get in the studio, I'm gonna be the biggest rapper alive. What's your advice? Are you gonna be pro, let's get it done? Are you gonna be like, I don't know, are you gonna suggest he do it, or are you gonna try to steer him away from it?
Man, the best thing I can do, I'm gonna support him in whatever he decide to do. But in this game, in this field, this industry that we in, you got to make sure you know the business first. Like, do you want to rap just for a hobby, or you looking for this? You looking for longevity in this? So it just kind of depends on what exactly what you want out of it. So I'm gonna show you the ropes. I'm gonna show you the good. I'm gonna also show you the bad too. So it just you know you get in the game from your pops, so whenever you get out there to the outside world, they can't run game on you because your pops already done laid the he done laid it down and showed you exactly what it is.
That's real. That's real. Uh, your commitment to the youth of Chattanooga,
Right.
it's documented. It's not something you do for an hobby. It's something you take dead serious. Uh, it's been documented that you go to schools and speak to the youth twice a month. Uh, what what drives that passion for you when it comes to the youth of Chattanooga?
Man, it's really just kind of just take it back growing up on the south side. Like it really wasn't too many role models that we looked up to. It's just like we looked up to the rappers, but it wasn't none like the people in the community. Like I said, like my stepdaddy, my stepdaddy, he was in the dope game, so and he was also a road manager of a local record company here in Chattanooga. So it's just like, yeah, I'm with him, but you don't really look at that as like a role model. I do, but I don't. So it the passion comes from just being the change that I want to see in a community. Pretty much just I see guys like my age who probably want to grow up to be something, but they probably just don't have the motivation or the guidance to know which direction to go. So by me stepping in, me looking like them, dressing like them, and being somebody they can identify with, it just kind of just it make all the difference. It just be like, hey man, I come from where you come from, and if I can make it out this shit, you can too.
Hey, I hear that. For real, for real. All right. With you coming up in Chattanooga, born and raised,
Right.
uh, compared to present day Chat and Chat as it was when you was coming up, how does it feel to see like the new condos, the new shopping plazas, or them doing away with older neighborhoods and living complexes? Like, what's your take on how does that make you feel to see the transformation in Chattanooga?
I I think it's good for the city because it shed light on the culture, and it just show people what Chattanooga have to offer. Not just in business, but in art and music. Like Chatt is really the place to be because we produce some of the most phenomenal people like in the world, like Usher and Samuel Jackson and Reggie White, and the list goes on and on and on, and KB Brown. So man, I love the spotlight that's been shed on Chattanooga because it just make it makes it easier for all of us like to find our niche in the world and just expand on it.
That's true. It definitely brings a lot of spotlight to Chattanooga. Uh, much like what happened in 2021. Uh, the city of Chattanooga officially proclaimed that on October 11th through the 16th to be Hip Hop Week in Chattanooga.
All right.
You played a major role in making that happen. How how hard was it to make that happen, and how does it feel to be a part of history?
Well, I say like with that with Hip Hop I was just pretty much like the face of it, and it's just kind of as my rise on a local level, Hip Hop CHA they saw they rise also. So it was a process, but with a team effort, man, we was able to work wonders, and that's another thing that I'm proud of, like to be a part of the Chattanooga DNA, like just knowing I was a part of that, man, it really means the world to me. And to see what they doing now, man, in 5 years, boy, this is gonna be like the South by Southwest. Mark my words.
You heard it here first. I'm
Yeah,
verified.
yeah,
KB said,
yeah,
hey, I stamp it.
yeah. I stamped
Stamp it.
that.
Stamp it. Okay, so mental and physical health.
Right,
You're an advocate for the both of them.
right.
It's not a common conversation in our community. Uh, so what exactly transpired in your life to make you so passionate about those two things?
Man, I say with physical health, my mom, she was hospitalized for a stroke back in November 2021. And then from there, man, it just kind of just shifted my whole perspective on physical health. Like us as like black people, man, we have to deal with high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, strokes, and heart attacks. But it's just it's a conversation that a lot of people don't want to talk about it because a lot of people don't want to change or they just don't know how to go about changing it. And so I'm just kind of evolving in my music, the shed light because um this is what need to be heard, and by coming from me, I'm pretty sure a lot of people will listen. And towards like mental health, man. So when I first found out my son was on the way, I said, man, I got some trauma that I need to address. It's just a lot of childhood trauma that I went through. And I just knew like before I become a father, I need to address this because I don't want to I don't want to bleed on him and and pretty much I don't want to be a trauma to him. So I checked myself in the therapy and really, man, that was the best thing that I could possibly ever do. So I recommend therapy to every black man on this planet, bro. Go to therapy, man. Confront them traumas, man, because it's not only gonna help you, it's gonna help your family. And it's gonna help everybody else around you.
Hey, mental health is just as important as physical health. You know, you
Cause man,
definitely.
it's black man, we often like tap out because we keep a lot of stuff bottled in, man, and we don't really have those outlets to vent and tell people like how we feel. Man, you go down, sit with that lady or that man, find somebody who can identify with you, bro. That shit works with wonders, man.
You ain't lying. You ain't lying. Um, you stated previously that you started pursuing music professionally at the age of 26. That's after the passing of your best friend, JV. Uh, he was killed by the Chattanooga police in 2015.
Right.
What exactly happened?
All right, man, you doing your research.
Hey, man. Hey, man.
Yeah, man. My dog, he was kind of going through some problems at the time, and they kind of just played on his mental, and so the police was called, kind of like on a mental problem that they say he was having, and they say he had a gun and a knife around his 4-year-old daughter. They summoned him out the house, and they say he came out the house with a gun. He was moving aggressive. Then they shot him 8 times.
8 times.
They shot him 8 times.
Man. So since that incident involving the passing of JV, how do you view the policing here in Chattanooga?
Man, I can't even lie. A lot of years after that, man, I had resentment towards them because I lost my best friend since like the first grade. And man, that was a pain. Like I'm still scarred from that to this day. I mean, it's done got a little easier as time went on, but man, it's just I just know I have to approach that situation with a caution and treat it accordingly and just know how to move with dealing with the police. And then that's also a message that I spread, the how to move and bring awareness so nobody else have to get caught up with that. So it started as a resentment, but now I just want to bring awareness so nobody else have to go through that.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Explain that. Explain that movement that you got going on. You said you bringing awareness to. How you going about that?
Yeah, man. So like just like how to talk to them, like just not being aggressive, like being assertive, but not overly aggressive where they feel like they have to shoot you because they already looking for a reason to kill you anyways. So it's just approaching the situation with a calm head and a clear mind and just knowing like, bro, we got to get it home at the end of the day, bro. It's just all about that interaction, bro. Yeah, I want your respect. I'm gonna give you respect, so give me respect. Yeah.
Do you believe, and this is your personal opinion, do you believe that every cop is bad, or do you believe there's a possibility there's good cops out there?
Uh, I mean, yeah, I know it's some good cops, but shit, man, you can't distinguish the 10 good ones out of 1,000 bad apples. So it's just like, man, you really just you gotta treat it accordingly. Like, man, I actually I have friends that's on the police force, but man, I don't know, man.
Okay, okay. Uh, Back in 2021, you was awarded Best Music Artist by Black Excellence of Chattanooga.
Right,
How did that recognition make you feel, bro?
man, that was like one of my highlights, man, because out of all the years I've been grinding, like a lot of people got I finally started to get my flowers kind of in a sense. And we was at home, like that was still doing COVID. I think that was the award show where everybody had to watch it on live screen. And man, to be called for that award, man, that was a blessing because and I had a lot of bagging because a lot of people felt like, yeah, bro, he deserved it, bro. So I say, man, that was like one of them. That was one of them great feelings, bro. Like I never forget that. Like I still got that trophy hanging up on the trophy case.
That's a big deal.
Oh yeah.
So, bro, it's been stated that you, at the age of 26, you decided to start doing music professionally.
Right.
How old are you now?
33.
33. So, I'm sure you're aware there's a stigma in the hip hop culture that
Well
once
aware.
you hit the age of 30, if you hadn't made it to top tier, nobody wants to hear what you got to say.
Right.
And I mean, I say that's only in hip hop because, like I said, you got country singers performing and dropping new albums well into their 50s and 60s. You got rock groups doing reunions and selling out Madison Square Garden. But it seems like hip hop is the only culture. If you hadn't made your money and got out the game by 30, these young cats don't want to hear nothing you want to say. What's your take on that, bro?
Man, I don't even know why it's like that, man. Because and for a while I kind of got caught up on that. I was like, man, if I ain't made it by 30, I'm just gonna quit rapping. But then like, but more now than ever, this our first time seeing a 40-year-old rapper or 50-year-old rapper like with Snoop and all that. So it's really a first time for everything. And I say towards content, I feel like, man, you can rap at any age because it's an audience for everything. Like the audience that you have at 21, and let's say this been over 20 years, so now you at 41, those still fans, bro. And everybody don't want to hear the shoot 'em up, bang bang. A lot of us, goddamn, we want to hear about, goddamn, how can I fix this high blood pressure? uh Taking the kids to school, just the day-to-day grind of what a 30 plus year old man go through.
I mean, it's hard.
Bro,
You know,
it's
at my
hard,
at
bro.
my age, it's hard to relate, to throw the switch on the blicky and
No, man, because at that age, bro, you start having kids. Some
right.
people have grandkids.
It's hard to relate.
And with that switch, man, some people catching life sentences behind
Correct.
that.
Correct. And I mean, with that being said, I can't relate to that music. Not saying I don't enjoy or partake in that
Yeah,
music,
I mean,
but
yeah,
more or less,
it's cool for the listen, but nah, man, that I can't incorporate that with my
right.
day to day, with my day to day thinking.
My wife jokes with me. She listens to, like, your NBA young boys, and you know what I mean. So you heard this new song by him? I like, I listen to him, but I don't
Like,
really
yeah, man,
indulge in it.
it's
I,
cool.
I listen to the Killer Mikes, you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
she like, you like to listen to people who got all them lyrics and be saying stuff. Yes,
yes,
because I can relate to
yes, yes,
that. I can relate to that. Shout out to Killer Mike.
and that comes with age, and I say, uh, you can rap at any age, but after a certain age, you have a responsibility with the content that you push. Like you should not be 40 plus years old telling somebody how to go crash out, bro. That just don't make no sense whatsoever.
I agree. I do agree.
I think that's the only restriction. Like, you have a responsibility with the content that you push.
I mean, yeah.
If you telling me how to go slide and you over 40, boy, you felt in life. I don't want to hear shit you talking about.
Like, that's real. No, I agree with that. Wholeheartedly, I agree with that.